We know that Galatasaray is a really good team, but we are 1-2. We trained a lot for arrive ready for this match day and for get these 6 points. We know there are no easy match in eFootball.Pro IQONIQ League, but now we are ready and we are more confident.
The 2 games against Celtic are going to be tough because now we're trying something new. We have a new teammate in our team, so we hope to get a better result and get rid of the previous mentality in order to create something better. And this win would be something good even for Brilliant, who is not with us for this match day, in order to feel a little bit better for the next match days.
So there you go, Harry. Another very intriguing tie ahead of us. Celtic performing pretty well of late anyway. Galatasaray, though, it feels like this is a matchup where they really need to get something today. A solid 4 points minimum. Otherwise, they're going to start to maybe be cut adrift.
Yeah, they're at risk of being left behind in the league table so far. And yes, we're only on match day 4 now, but it's like we always say, I think we say it week in, week out here in the eFootball.Pro IQONIQ, you don't get these games back. You don't get another chance at these points come the end of the season. So you don't want to, come the end of the season, be saying, oh, what if we'd done this or that? So I appreciate Galatasaray here trying something different. And we heard from staff there saying, we're trying the shift in mentality here. We've got Kruji coming in. He's going to bring us something different, the Spaniard, hopefully an injection of a different mentality for Galatasaray. But you're right, in Celtic, they're in some flying form so far. They are really ticking along very nicely, and hopefully for them, they can, continue their tremendous form so far in this match day as well.
Yeah, a slow start to life in the eFootball.Pro IQONIQ this season for Celtic, but of late, they've been starting to ramp up through the gears. Can they continue this today? On the other hand, Galatasaray with a disappointing afternoon 2 weeks ago. They really need something today. Otherwise, as we said, they could be facing a long, arduous season in the eFootball.Pro IQONIQ. 3 minutes gone. Corner to be taken down on the near touchline for Celtic, and it's fired towards the back post, headed down. A first chance for Celtic. He's down under the challenge. A few question marks were raised there as he pulled the trigger and the challenge came in. Referee said absolutely not. But worrying signs there for Galatasaray, Harry.
Yeah, and this is how Celtic like to play. They like to try and get at you early. We saw that last match day, of course, against Bayern Munchen, where they were relentless. As soon as that ball is kicked off from the halfway line, whether it's following a goal or to kick off or either half of play, they just want to go straight at you. And that's what I like about this brand of football from Celtic. They do not leave anything to chance. They want to try and score as many goals as they possibly can.
They do indeed. And the offside flag is raised here. It's Patanegra with a sloppy touch that went out of play moments earlier, but Celtic have gone all the way through here. A chance for Umbi, saved by the goalkeeper, and the rebound coming in from Hoxha is wide of the target. And, You don't get better opportunities than that, Harry, and you'd expect him to put that in the back of the net, that first chance. Good save or poor finish?
Well, it was a total of 4 touches from the kick from the goalkeeper in his own box to the other end of the pitch. So I think it is decent goalkeeping. That the shot from Horcher needs to be a bit more controlled. Maybe take a touch next time around on the second time of asking, because there might be another option for you there. But yeah, I think decent goalkeeping from Galatasaray, but they're living dangerously in the opening 10 minutes.
They are indeed, as the ball is fired away. Game paused. Bit of disco dancing there at the bottom left-hand side of the screen. That is one of the beauties of not being in the studio, Harry. We do have these ghosts in the machine sometimes, the old technicals. Interesting to work with, though. Enjoyable as always.
Well, it's nice to be able to wake up in your bed and then walk about 20 feet to your workstation.
And yet it still means that you're late.
eFootball.Pro. You don't need to know that. The people at home don't need to know that. Okay, I'm on time and punctual as ever.
The ball down the right-hand side. It comes all the way across. Another chance here for Patanega, but cleared away. Still, Celtic dominate possession, 63%. They dominate territory, but they can't find the breakthrough so far. Galatasaray, really poor touch. Just screams lack of confidence there. Given away, but Celtic, on the other hand, have been better, but they've not been incredible on the eye so far. It's not been a feast that we've seen so far.
You just need to see Galatasaray playing for each other here. You can tell that they're trying to make individual runs happen, but yeah, just to try and pass the ball a bit quicker here.
Another chance for Umbi, who's been possibly Celtic's most attacking player so far. A lot of work by Patanega on this right-hand side as well. But so far, Galatasaray will be fairly happy that they've managed to get through the first half of the first half without conceding, and they can possibly look to build on that, because they can be dangerous. We know that. We've seen it so far this season. They've just been defensively a little bit at sea at times. So, well, we're getting another example of this there, and he's round the goalkeeper, and how incredibly calm and composed can you be? We were all looking from the sidelines screaming, square the ball, just square the ball, and he just sidestepped the goalkeeper, rounded him with ease, and played it into the back of the empty net. Celtic 1, Galatasaray 0, and Celtic continue their rich vein of form.
Yeah, Horcher with a bit of mind games right here. Through one-on-one, has the square. We're all looking inside to Griffiths. Everyone in the ground was looking that way, including the keeper. And Horcher has just banked on some manual keeping to try and maybe cut out the square. But either way, it's a really nice composed finish. The Galatasaray keeper lost at sea completely. And it's 1-0. And I'll tell you what, it's the breakthrough that Celtic have deserved. Great finish, nice composure. And they're in the lead.
Yeah, and it's the quickness of thought at this highest level that separates the best players, because like we said, so many times we would have seen that ball being squared across the face or shoot towards the far post, hoping for a push out towards the onrushing striker. But Hodges saw that was happening, and the keeper was trying to read that cross and just, sidestepped him, rounded him into the back of the net with ease. Brilliant bit of initiative there from the Celtic man, and Galatasaray are once again staring down the barrel, and they're under the cosh here. They certainly don't want to concede a second, and that's exactly what might happen here, as Griffiths just couldn't quite get the shot away. Patanega just giving the ball back to Galatasaray, and they're away on the counter-attack. A real chance here for Stavatak, surely. Manual goalkeeping to the utmost perfection. And the chance goes begging.
Yeah, Stav with a real chance here. They always have one or two big chances in the game, do Galatasaray, for all the defending they have to do. But Patenegre, with the manual keeping to save Celtic, that's as good as a goal, that save.
Brilliant, brilliant goalkeeping there. He saw that that was exactly what was going to happen. Can Galatasaray get the header on target? No, it's up and over the top. And they won't get too many better opportunities than that, Harry.
No, it's not a knockout punch. It's certainly one that wins Galatasaray, though. That will knock the stuffing out of them, because you have to question how many more big chances you are going to get. We say every match day they get one or two. Is that the one that they get in this game? They have to, well, prove us and everyone else, including Celtic, that they can formulate more chances such as those.
39 minutes gone here. Celtic 1, Galatasaray 0. A half that's been dominated by Celtic, but in terms of chances, there's really been possibly 2 for Celtic and 1 for Galatasaray. It's been fairly close on that front, and they've got a chance for a second chance, and this time they take it with a stunning left foot finish into the far corner. 2 chances apiece, 1 goal apiece. And it's exactly what the doctor ordered, Harry. 1-1.
And I think it's the debutant. I think it's Kruji coming in. Absolutely. I mean, it's a great touch here. First and foremost, the defence are trying to watch the run, but they're also banking on such a heavy first touch that they can then step in. But the first touch was immaculate. It really was. And, well, a first goal for the man on his debut. Wonderful stuff. 1-1.
Absolutely. A brilliant, brilliant finish. And we were just talking about Galatasaray possibly being cut adrift. And maybe that drifted into their ears and they were having absolutely none of it. 1-1, half-time. And possibly looking to build from here. A thoroughly, as always, Harry, entertaining half of eFootball.Pro IQONIQ, as I was trolled by the referee there, thinking that was the whistle for half-time, but of course it was for a offside. But he will now surely blow for half-time as the ball is down in this corner. Looks like the referee is trolling me again because he continues playing. Galatasaray almost sneak in a second, and that would have been a turnaround right on the stroke of half-time. But they'll be fairly happy with that last 10 minutes, Harry, Galatasaray.
Yeah, they will. It was good work down that left-hand side, the near side for Munchen there. Almost making something happen right on the stroke of half-time. The man, of course, who turned 22 yesterday on the 12th of February. Is the number 2 best defensive player ranked league-wide coming into this match day. Let's have a listen.
Calm, patient. Can score.
Falcao gets us underway in this second half. Galatasaray may look back at this matchup in the season as a whole as being a crucial one if they're able to come through it with a fair few points on the board. But Celtic will have their own ideas, of course, and they started the brighter of the two teams in the first half and have started the brighter in the second. A chance left foot shot fired wide of the post.
Yeah, Mucha hit there. We heard just momentarily him just stressing calm and patience. They know there will be more chances for them in this. And while if Celtic keep giving the ball away, as they have in the last 20 or so in-game minutes, then plenty more chances will come. Yes, the possession stat is lopsided in the Scottish club's favour, but right now, it's anyone's game, 1-1.
stab attack down the line. One back though by Patenegra, and Horcha just couldn't quite get on that one. Back to Patenegra. And now Horcha finds him again in towards a near post and headed goalwards. But it's wide of the target. More of a half chance, Harry.
Yeah, good interplay though. You said it. Horcha and Patenegra really working well together. And Umbi was the man in the middle, ready to head that one home. But it's just not really falling for Celtic. It's good for them though to just remind us that they are able to conjure up that type of interplay. But yeah, it seems to be that they are growing in confidence come this second half.
Do you get the feeling if you offered 4 points to Celtic, they would take it, or do you think they see this as a real potential 6-pointer for them?
Yeah, I think their idea is to try and get 6 points wherever they can on any given match day. So, yeah, certainly, I think they'll be looking at 6 points here as well. A bit of a defensive miscommunication there from the new man, just putting it nice and wide and out of danger.
I mean, it could have been a lot worse, as we've seen some real horror show moments, even on the big stage, as the ball gets played in towards the near post, fired goalwards, blocked out of play for a corner. The goalkeeper claiming he was unsighted. So for him, it's a good job it dropped wide of the post. And it will be a free kick. And a few changes, Harry. What would you like to see going into this final third from both teams to change the proceedings?
For a little bit.
Yeah, let's keep it.
But Atatürk in, okay.
I'm just trying to look at some of the proverbial weapons that Galatasaray have at their disposal, the likes of Babel. Let's listen to what Celtic have to say.
El que le han cambiado por Falcao,
Creative playmaker.
¿Es rapidillo? ¿Cómo es?
Lo digo.
How good is Umbi's Spanish, Harry? Do you know?
No.
Being the only Italian in a
Vamos a ver.
Spanish duo in the trio.
Not too sure. I'm sure he's happy to just play passenger at this point and just say, you know what, you two figure out the tactics. I just want to go and score some goals.
Yeah, it seems like it was more of a personnel change there for Celtic than anything massively tactical. Oh, but it's broken here for Galatasaray. A real mix-up at the back. And Galatasaray, from 1-0 down, lead 2-1. And this could be so important in their whole season.
Huge from Stav attack. Coming through, and it's a defensive mishap here from Celtic. They had several chances to clear the ball. It's just forced into such a dangerous area. And I tell you what, credit to Munchen here, actually, the tackle.
Great interception.
When the defender was trying to get the hold of the ball, to get rid of it, he's the one that, I'm not sure if we'll credit an assist to his name, but he's certainly worthy of an assist. Stav attack scores his 4th of the season. Might have been his 5th as well. I'm not sure who scored the first goal in this game. We'll get confirmation of that whenever we can. But yeah, Stav with a clinical finish to put Galatasaray in front.
Well. Again, this season throws up a
Change now or a bit later?
We can
70,
change.
75, no?
I think we can wait again a bit more. They're okay. Etebo and Pugulia, both okay.
Yes, we can wait a little bit.
Just from my point of view was,
we change.
Yes, 75.
should we stick or twist? Yeah. And the answer was, we'll stick till the 75th minute. And that will be when the changes are made, because I think the player fatigue seems to look okay so far. They'll get another 10 minutes or so of juice out of those legs, and then they'll whip them off onto the bench, get a replacement on, and look to shore up the remaining 25 minutes. Harry, can they do it? That's the question.
Well, they're going to have to do a decent amount of defending here. We've seen Celtic move to the 3 at the back, which means they'll be pouring bodies forward. I think it's the right idea. Wait until the 75th minute. I think it's this man on the ball right here, Faguli, that they're figuring out when to take off. But yeah, look at this 3 at the back.
Celtic, on the other hand, have definitely decided to twist on the conundrum. Changing their formation to 3 at the back really leaves themselves open to a counter-attack down the wide areas. And, oh, what a volley effort that is from the edge of the area. And that would have been not just goal of the match day, but possibly goal of the season. But it's just a whisker wide of the post. What a chance.
It was dipping, wasn't it, from Munchen here? That could have gone anywhere. If that bounces in front of the goalkeeper, he could have been in some real trouble. There was the confirmation. Stav-attack. He did get the first goal as well. So he's on a hat-trick in this game. He's Stav currently 5th goal of the season. Really nice return. And here's the updated goal scorer table. He creeps into the top 10 there on 5. Look at the big names around him. So a few of those clubs still to play today, so that might change. But I wonder if Galatasaray might think about changing right now. And I heard them talking about Faguli. I think it might be a midfielder would be the wiser option to bring on here. Etebo is looking slightly leggy in terms of stamina, so maybe shore up that middle third, so to speak. Or alternatively, you could bring on the likes of Barbel for Faguli and try and hit Celtic on the counter and maybe try and get Stav-attack hat-trick. Who knows?
Who knows, indeed. You would imagine the pattern of play, if scores remain the same, will be the same in the second game as well, because Celtic started on the front foot in this game, and they'd have to do the same in the second game.
Yeah, it's a real attritional affair, isn't it, here? It's really tactical. The amount of pauses we've seen, I mean, it feels like this game's been going on for an age, and we're not even into the 70th minute yet. So, yeah, it could go either way.
Another chance here for Galatasaray towards the near post. Brilliant play from the newcomer again for Galatasaray, who's really starting to fit in. And we mentioned about a selection headache earlier in the stream, and there could be another one here for Galatasaray going into the next match day in a month's time if the performance and results continue as we are going so far.
Certainly, he's making a good case for it, isn't he? I don't think many expected Galatasaray to come away with 3 points here against Celtic, but they're giving it a good go. And the change in mentality that Stav-attack was speaking about when we spoke to him before this game obviously is working for them so far. However, this is one of the most dangerous periods of the game. 15 minutes to go. They're attacking on the counter, but at Celtic, they know how to score late goals, and you need to be, again, at the highest level of concentration here if you are Galatasaray.
I'm not sure the change tactically to a 3 at the back has really helped Celtic. They look very ropey. And if there was a fourth goal in this game, you certainly wouldn't bet on Galatasaray getting it as they look to counter-attack here. Fired out towards the left-hand side. They don't need to push proceedings at this moment in time. Happy just to sit in, knowing that they have that extra space on the counter-attack in the wide areas. Here they go again. A poor pass on this occasion, though. Out towards the right-hand side, Dembele. Real chance here for Celtic. Probably the biggest chance of this second half. And he's put it wide of the target. And they will not get a better opportunity than that. It looked for all the world to see. That was just going to nestle into the back, the postage stamp of the top corner. But it's wide of the target, Harry. And that may just be the nail in the Celtic coffin.
Oh, it just didn't have any spin on it, did it? It just needed a bit of A bit of something just to curl it inside the
Bit
post.
of sauce.
Horcha, I think it was, the chance fell to, but they are starting to ramp up the gears now at Celtic. They are starting to win the ball in the middle of the pitch, and it's helping them out up here as well. This is the time of the game, Adam, where you are expecting Munchen to prove his defensive capabilities. The second best defensive player in the defensive points ranking entering this match day. So this is where a player like him comes in very handy indeed.
Yeah, they had a period, Galatasaray, around the 70-minute mark where they looked like they could quite easily go on and grab a third goal to kill this game off. But having not got it, they've now sunk right back into their shells, and it's all hands on deck. But crucially for them, there is no time at all left. Just added on time, and they have possession, crucially, and they will not want to give it away. It's exactly what they've done. But the referee has blown for a free kick.
It's to Celtic.
And it's not what Celtic wanted whatsoever, because they were away then.
They were indeed. Good foul by Kruhi. It's a really, really important thing to do at this stage of the game. And look at this. It's Munchen hit through.
It's the counter-attack. It's Munchen hit. He's got support on the left-hand side from Stavatak. He may not use him. He's been pulled back, surely. The referee is unmoved. It will not matter. And this might be one of the most important results of the eFootball.Pro IQONIQ season so far. It's Celtic 1, it's Galatasaray 2, and the team that were in danger of being cut adrift have thrown themselves right back into the mix.
Well. I mean, look at those stats. That should tell quite the story. The total co-op points actually go in favour of Celtic, despite them losing the game. A Galatasaray with a real smash and grab situation. Celtic look a little bit shell-shocked. They knew they would have a very stubborn and difficult customer here in Galatasaray to contend with, and I think they've just proven why in that first game.
Like this, don't change formation.
Okay, 4-3-3, yeah. It's good.
And 2 goals from Stavatak cancel out the Horcha opener and give the Turkish club the points in the game. Unbelievable. And I'll tell you what, it's a great late birthday present, that, for Munchen. We're not done in this 2-game series, of course. We have game 2 to come. But when you look at some of the chances that Celtic had, I mean, that half chance early on from Horcha, you look at that one where maybe if the volley's on target, it goes in. Then, of course, he eventually outplays the goalkeeper. You look at some of the chances that Celtic had, I mean, really, I think they'll be really disappointed not to get anything out of that game whatsoever.
Yeah, absolutely. In a way, it was quite a similar matchup to the Arsenal-Juventus game. Juventus somehow finished the first game with a 1-1 scoreline when they probably should have won it 3 or 4-0. Certainly scored that many in the first half, and then obviously went into the second game, and Arsenal continued their upturn in form. So it's possible that Galatasaray may build on this like Arsenal did and try and go for 6 points now, which would be an incredible achievement based on the situation they were in prior to kickoff.
Yeah, and Munchen was credited for that assist on that tackle, so to speak. There's another big Celtic chance where if the curl goes in, then maybe we're looking at a completely different story and the two clubs sharing the points. But many big chances there for Celtic. They'll need to be a bit more clinical in this second game. But you're right, it certainly deserves to be an assist. And Munchen not only being as high in the defensive rankings as we've spoken about, but also 4 assists to his name. Really setting Stavatak up. And of course, Brilliant, who's not playing on this match day, has been assisting his goal tally as well. So the captain for Galatasaray really leading by example so far.
Absolutely. This is a really important match now for Celtic, because like we said, they would have gone into this game, no disrespect to Galatasaray, but there are certain fixtures in the season that you look at them and go, you know what, we are capable of taking 6 points, and they've given away 3 already. So the next 3 are really, really important. And equally, Galatasaray would have looked at this and said, we can get 6 points here. Both very, very similar in terms of their season so far. Celtic slightly on the up form-wise, but not a great start from them in the first couple of game weeks. So, yeah, this is all finely balanced here on a knife edge as the offside flag goes up.
Well, if Galatasaray come away with 6 points, we could be looking at one of the closest league tables at the end of this.
They'd be on 8 then, wouldn't
I think we've ever seen. Yeah, it would be. They'd certainly be well and truly in the mix, and that's just how quickly, with these 6 points available per match day, how quickly the league table can change.
Absolutely, it would have been has it just gone wide of the target from Griffiths? Chance there, just the wrong side of the post, and Celtic have started like they started the first game. But yeah, to be able to go from 2 points and rock bottom to 8 points and right in the mix, that is the beauty of these game weeks. The proverbial 12-pointer that we mentioned last time.
Yeah, you've heard of the 6-pointer. This is the 12-pointer, but it's been a few chances for Umby, who's on the ball right now, that you'd just like to see him score one of these, not only for Celtic's chances, but also for his own confidence, because there's been 2 or 3 half chances that he's not so much snatched at, but just haven't really hit the target so far.
It is all Celtic here, as Forrest just can't quite find his man. And Galatasaray anywhere will do. You've got a feeling they will be definitely the more reserved out of the 2 teams, looking to catch Celtic on the counter-attack, which is exactly what they could do here. It is the new man into the box, chance to square it, but Muchahit cannot get on the end of it. Kruji now finds Muchahit how to play for a goal kick. He's really starting to impress, isn't he, Harry?
He is indeed. We'll see if this is a technical pause or what exactly is going on here. It seems very early to be changing something tactically for my eyes. So, yeah, he's had a really decent match day so far. Again, it's about if you can continue the form throughout this second game, because just as quickly as the league table can change, so can each individual matchup. Just because you won the first game doesn't mean you haven't got work to do in the second game here as well.
"50 minutes gone. Galatasaray 0, Celtic 0. Galatasaray winning the first game 2-1 after being 1-0 down. Currently, as things stand, both teams are on 5 points. In the eFootball.Pro IQONIQ, a chance here for Celtic. Oh, he just didn't go through to the man that we were all waiting to pull the trigger. Odcha giving it away, and a chance for Muchahit to counter here. Kruji out to Stav attack. Back to Kruji again. Another chance to get the shot away. Brilliant defending, this time from Patanegra. End-to-end stuff here. Are you witnessing any patterns, Harry, in this brief respite in play?
It just seems like it's fluctuating back and forth. I will say that Galatasaray are having a much more open start to the first half. If you remember the first half in game 1, they really struggled to put things together, but they're coming forward here again.
Seems to be a reoccurring theme so far in this second game. That final ball, the final pass, the final finish has just been a bit lacking, and all the brilliant build-up play dissipates, and Montenegro has it again on this right-hand side, plays it in towards Horcha, now finds Umbi, goes down under the challenge, gets back up, shoots goals, saved by the goalkeeper, and tipped onto the crossbar. And it's one of those moments, yet again, in the eFootball.Pro Iconic League, that you just have to put your hands on your head and think, how on earth has that not nestled into the back of the net, Harry?
Is your phone all right? I heard you drop it and all that.
I did.
That was crazy.
I was checking some stats and I threw it on the floor pretty much.
Horcha had a real chance there, and yeah, it's one of those where you're hoping for a snapshot or just a little dink over the keeper. It didn't come though.
They will not get a better opportunity. The question is, can they carve up an equally as good opportunity in towards the near post? Montenegro up to Horcha, and now good defending this time from Murchahit. And it's a corner.
It's today, isn't he?
Really, really good defensively. I'd like to see those defensive numbers, actually. Towards the near post. Oh, it drops here to Horcha. Good defending again, this time from Stavatak. Oh, if he could have just turned around the corner. That was brilliant again from Horcha, who now goes down the right-hand side.
Just every time it comes into a dangerous area, we see Mujahid just hoof the ball up the pitch and make Celtic start again. They're having a lot of possession here, Celtic, but
they are. You'd like to
be very happy with the fact
like to
that the
hope
ball
if
is
you're
nowhere near his goal.
Yeah, he will indeed. You'd like to think, if you're a Celtic fan, that this period of pressure will start to break the Galatasaray rearguard sooner rather than later. But when you've got a man like him, it's going to be difficult. But they are away again here. It's Umbi. Celtic really ramping things up at the end of this first half. Great back heel into Horcha, left for shot, tipped onto the post, and it's into the back of the net. And just as I said, sooner rather than later, there may be a breakthrough, and we've got one.
Yeah, Horcha coming in with the opening goal now for Celtic. 5 minutes before half-time, the Galatasaray backline was holding strong and swarming whenever they could in numbers, but as soon as Horcha picks up the ball with Griffiths, you know where that ball is being skyrocketed. And the save had to be made. It was unfortunate it was tipped onto the post, onto the inside of the post, and then into the goal. Fortunate, you can say, but the captain now up to 5 goals on the season. And Celtic, they take the lead.
They do indeed. 41 minutes gone. What a time to score right on the stroke of half-time. Horcha's 5th goal of the season. No assists. He's a bit greedy for that, isn't he, Harry?
He is a little bit, yeah.
Doesn't like helping out his teammates, does he?
For it. Certainly not.
Right. Can they see out the first half? Will they look for a second goal, which could put a real different spin on proceedings in the second half? Well, they've given it away, and Galatasaray are away down the right-hand side. Murchahid turns from defence to attack, finds Stavatak, back out to the right-hand side. Oh, it's ricocheted through the defensive legs and away. I'm not quite sure what a defensive leg is, but you never know in this wonderful game that we have here. Down the right-hand side. Whipped in towards Kruji. Hacked away again. And it's finished at the end of the first half. And there's a real frustrated air pump from Stavatak there. He knew that was a big chance at the end of the first half, but they couldn't quite carve it open.
They couldn't, and you could see the frustration creeping in. I think Stav knew there that those were 2 really big chances, of course, when he and Mujahid were juggling the ball between them to decide who was going to be the man to try and unlock the Celtic defence. Speaking of Celtic, let's listen.
Intentar, chicos, vamos ganando. No saquemos de posición a los centrales. Es mejor que seamos un poquito más conservadores en el centro del campo, ¿sabes?
Ahí en esta última, por ejemplo, ha salido solo. No podía hacer nada.
Vale, pues no pasa nada. Venga. Seguimos, chicos. Venga, vamos.
Va.
Just waiting for our wonderful team of translators to let us know. I Fortunately, for this game, I learnt French at school, so...
I know what vamos means.
Yeah, just about can pick that one up.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm hearing in my ear it's let's keep it going. Basically, just reaffirming their belief in each other that they can turn this game or continue this game going the way it's going and try and grab all 3 points in this game as the chance for 6 has gone, but 3 nevertheless is not a catastrophe at this stage in the season anyway. Stab attack finds Mujahid in towards the near post. Oh, defensive mix up there, and they forced a corner.
Yeah, they have. Lack of communication at the back there for the Scots. Oh. That was as close as you like. What a dramatic, almost equaliser that would have been from Mujahid. That was
I literally
so
looked away from the screen for 1 second, and we've had an overhead kick rifled onto the top of the crossbar and away to safety. How unlucky can you be? And when things just aren't going for you, things like that happen. So unlucky. That would have been definitely my pick for goal so far, but it's hit the top of the crossbar.
Yeah, I feel for the groundsman so far. He's going to have some serious paint jobs on his hands after this match. We've seen the woodwork rattled several times. None closer than that one, though.
Well, it is Valentine's Day tomorrow, Harry, so kissing the woodwork with your shots is just the done thing to do, isn't it, these days, as the ball gets crossed in.
Well, the viewers at home won't love you for that one, but I'm guessing my card from you is lost in the mail. I'll have to have a chat to my postman because it's not arrived.
Well, there's a present here for Celtic, but they just can't quite capitalise, and they're rolling off the tongue as we speak right now because they've got another chance here, and it's wide of the post again, and this game has sprung to life like the seasons we are heading into. Spring?
Portugal really...
Okay, we'll move on.
No. We're moving on. Portugal, a huge shots there.
I got lucky with 2 of them. I can't get 3 in a row, surely.
Yeah, quit while you're ahead, which is hopefully something that Celtic will not do. They can sense there's more goals in them here, and looks like El Unisi's making way for whom they are not quite sure just yet. But Griffiths, who has had a really, really decent 2 games and a good return for Celtic, is also coming off the pitch. So it looks like Porcha, Patanegra, Umbi deciding to stick to their tried and tested substitutions that they often make, and maybe an injection of fresh legs for Galatasaray on the other side is exactly what they need, because right now their attacks look a little blunted. Falcao's making way, and all 3 changes employed here for the Turkish club. Going
in search of an equalising goal, and we said at the start of the day that a minimum you felt of 4 points was needed for Galatasaray to really put themselves back in the mix. Not a terrible day with 3, but do you think...
what do you say?
Considering that Celtic are on 5 points already, that would put them on 9 points, so still
we should play with 9.
4 points behind Celtic after today if they lose this second game. Do you think that's too far at this stage in the season?
Let's go. Still a lot of time. Come on.
Yeah, of course.
I feel like it might be, and I feel like they know that as well, based on the tactical changes that we've seen from both sets of players. You can see Celtic here still trying to figure out exactly what they want to do, but the allocated pause time is up. Pata Negra saying faster in our attacks.
Interestingly, again, if my math serves me correctly, a draw here would see them both on 6 points, which would be pretty interesting. As Faguli plays it through, real chance here! Manual goalkeeping has not paid off on this occasion, and it was brilliant brilliant play from Galatasaray, like a knife through butter, straight through the middle, wait for the goalkeeper to make the move to the right-hand side, and then just slot it in the left. And, well, we said 4 points was the minimum they required. They've got it as we speak, Harry.
No brilliant this week. I know you wanted to say it, but it's his compatriot, Stavatak, his third goal across these 2 games, has equalised for Galatasaray. Lovely through ball from Mucihit. Yeah, from Faguli, off balance on the half volley. Really impressive stuff. And then look at the emotion shown from Stav. He knows that goal could be huge for their season.
Yeah, very emotional man. Stavatak talks with his head, but also his heart. Whenever we have an interview with him, we get plenty of change out of those conversations, and I'm sure we'll hear some wonderful words after the game as well. If things go his way, he will be a very happy man, as well as teammates. And yeah, there was something quite brilliant about that finish, and I'm sure Jubillion, watching from the sidelines, will have enjoyed that one as well. Celtic back to square one and facing just the 1 point from a possible 6 today. And like Juventus were in the last game, they will be disappointed with that.
They will. But take a look at Stavatak, by the way, creeping up the goals leaderboard. Only 2 goals behind the likes of Lo Scandalo, who was at the top at the start of this match day. Mucihit as well, creeping up the top 10 in terms of assists. So they're starting to put together some performances, are the Turkish club.
Yeah, no messing. It's a very tight call. But a bit of respite there. 11 interceptions, there you go, from Mucihit. Tells you all you need to know about his defensive abilities today. He's been absolutely brilliant. He's been everywhere. He's been taking a Mucihit for the team, so to speak, as the ball gets blocked away and out of play for a throw. Harry enjoyed that one, I'm understanding, as the throw-in comes in. 15 minutes remaining. Celtic, what do they need to do, Harry? Because they've been, again, second half, a little bit disappointing.
Yeah, they've slowed down a bit, haven't they? And I can't quite pinpoint exactly what the problem is, but they just need to move the ball a bit quicker, play some of these safer passes.
Defensively, they're all over the place. They keep missing the challenge.
Look at this.
They're in again here. It's Faguli. Chance to play it across the face. Chance for 3. It's off the crossbar again. How many times are we going to say that this afternoon? How did that not go in? Tipped onto the bar for the 4th time in 3 matchups. And Celtic could go down the other end. And it's fired away. That should have been a winning goal for Galatasaray. Celtic with the reprieve. And now if Celtic were to go and score now, well, you would have to feel for Galatasaray.
Oh, Stavatak with the big chance. And I felt for Kluhi because it wouldn't fall for him after it ricocheted off the crossbar. It's just been woodwork galore, final 5 minutes.
Now the chance for Celtic. And it's over the top. And after a really cagey start to the second half, the final 10 minutes have absolutely exploded. And the header, oh, it looked easier to get it on target there. You have to work the goalkeeper. And it was Horcha. It was the captain. He had to get that on target, didn't he, Harry?
Yeah, it was just underneath it, wasn't he? But these final 5 minutes, it just feels like 2 fighters in a ring just agreeing to leave everything in there. These 2 clubs fully going for it. Both surely believe in a winner, but which way is it going to go?
Yeah, they're going at it hammer and tong. They're not waiting for the referee to call a points decision for the win. They're going for that knockout blow. Haymakers coming left, right and centre here from both sides. Will there be a cheeky uppercut to seal the deal? Up over the top. Headed back towards the goal. This will be last chance saloon for Celtic. Galatasaray will not win this football match? Can Celtic? That's the question. No. Headed back towards a halfway line. On as even. 1-1 between Galatasaray and Celtic. We said it was a hugely important matchup for both sides, but crucially for Galatasaray, they needed a minimum, you felt, of 4 points going into this game to put themselves back in and amongst the pack. And Harry, that's what they've done.
They have indeed. Just take a look at that chart, by the way, from Mucha here on the